Hi, Angela Campbell here on health, on our Fit Mama Health Talk here in the Life Network for Women app. I am here to bring you today our topic about removing negative thoughts out of your mind, and how to do that and how to be aware of what the negative thoughts and where they're coming from, right? But I specialize in helping busy women, typically busy moms, finding ways to fit time in for themselves to be a healthier version of them through guiding them in nutrition and fitness and mindset and faith. And one of the biggest things that we focus on a lot and we help women coach by coaching them and getting through them is their negative thoughts. You guys, I can't remember the exact number, but it's 8,600 or some randomly high, crazy high number amount of thoughts that we as humans have on a daily basis in our mind. And so if we don't learn how to figure out first how to be aware of the thoughts, and then challenging your thoughts instead of listening to them and letting them just run your day and run your mind and go wild, then you will have a much more, not just a success in your health journey, but a healthier life. So much more success in all areas of your life, your relationship with God. Lean on Him more, and will help you get rid of negative thoughts, or just put them at bay when they start to come in, right? But challenging your negative thoughts instead of listening to them and letting them control your life and your mind and your body and your spirit and your soul is such a freeing thing. Okay. And think of, I actually learned this from Dr. Amen. If you don't know him, definitely look him up, follow him. But think accurate thinking is what he teaches instead of positive thinking. You know, a lot of us talk about positive thinking all the time. Feed your brain with positivity, affirmations, do all these things. And I practice those things. I teach those things. But there's also accurate thinking is a different way to look at it. You know, in John chapter 8, I believe it is, the truth will set you free. And that's the truth can come out when you challenge the negative thoughts. Okay, one of the quotes that Dr. Amen shared was this, and I love it so much that I wrote it down and I've said it multiple times now. But when you have negative thoughts, you want to heal the hurt. This is a quote that he shared. You want to heal the hurt so you don't bleed on those that didn't cut you. So think about that for a second. You want to heal the hurt so you don't bleed on those that did not cut you. So what does that mean to me? You don't want the negative thoughts to take control and put you in a bad mood, put you in a bad place, put you in this big negative mindset that you overlap on everybody else in your life, your kids, your grandkids, your spouses, your team of people that you lead at your job or in the company that you own or whatever it is. So the key is he shared some different types of thoughts that I'm going to share with you today, and then also give you some questions you can ask yourself when you have these thoughts. But first, one of the biggest tips is when you start to have thoughts, one of the most powerful things in the world is to write things down. Okay, so if you're someone who likes to journal, this is powerful. This is something that you can do. Write down when you start feeling mad, sad, out of control, stressed out. I actually did this the other day. I was having a moment. We all have moments, you guys. We're all human. But I stopped and I got my journal out and I started writing them down. And then I challenged them. And then I started writing what I'm grateful for. So the challenges and the struggles and the stresses that I was facing at that very moment in time, instead of letting them actually control me and ruin my day. And then next thing you know, I'm a grouchy mama, grouchy wife, overlapping on everybody else. I wrote them down. I challenged them and turned myself and my thinking into being more grateful for these challenges that I was facing in that very moment. It's programming your mind to think slightly different. Right. So some of the things that I learned from Dr. Amen, again, I've got to give him major kudos because I love learning from him about the brain. He has a book called Change Your Mind, Change Your Body, that you really focus on your mindset. Like the women that I coach in their fitness and their nutrition, we start up here and we work on this every single day, all the time, because you can eat the right foods and you can work out as much as you want, but if this is not in the right place or constantly being worked on as well, just like everything else, it's going to be such harder journey than it should be. Right. So some of the negative thoughts that he brought up and that he shared I'm going to go through those and then tell you how he teaches you how to actually challenge them. Right. So first you have the all or nothing thoughts. All or nothing thoughts. I will always be broke. I will never reach my goal weight. These are the negative thoughts. All or nothing thoughts. Okay. And then you got the guilty beating thoughts. These are the ones that cause you to start feeling guilty about yourself. Oh, I should have done this. I should have done that. I should have started a long time ago. And those thoughts lead you into beating yourself up for not doing something. They lead you to regret. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do this. Instead of wanting to do it, go and do it. Right. And then there's the less than thoughts. These are where you get stuck in comparison. You guys, the biggest thief of your joy is you comparing yourself to other people. I see this all the time coaching women in their health and fitness goals. Oftentimes, if someone over here is getting much faster results, women will start to look at that and compare themselves and then beat themselves up and think that they're not as worthy because they're not getting results as fast enough. You have to quickly shift the less than thoughts, the comparison thoughts. You got to get rid of the comparison. Is it easy? No, but the part that you can do to help in this area is start finding things that trigger you to compare yourself. If it's scrolling on social media, then you've got to stop scrolling on social media or start unfollowing like crazy. Can't follow things or people that make you feel less about yourself. Okay, so the labeling thoughts is the next one. The labeling thoughts meaning I'm fat, I'm overweight, I'm not smart, I'm not worthy, I'm any of the things. If you label yourself, again, labeling yourself, you say certain things about yourself over and over and over, you're going to believe them. So if you think I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm not worthy, I'm all the things, you're going to always be in that place. You have to shift those into thinking positive. Okay. The fortune telling thoughts is one of the other ones that he talked about. These are predicting negative in the future. So if you're constantly that person like, oh my gosh, there's no way in the world I'm ever going to get there. There's no way in the world I'm ever going to get, oh, nope, next year I'm probably going to be in the same place. Oh, I'm probably going to be broke. I'm probably going to be always fat. Any of the things that you say and think will be brought into existence. So the future telling thoughts, if as soon as you start having them, you have to shift them. Instead of saying this is going to happen and it's negative, then instead shift it to this will happen. The positive. Got to think about the positive. Okay. Now about the mind reading ants. The mind reading thoughts. He calls them ants, automatic negative thoughts. The mind reading thoughts are this. These are the ones that you're assuming others are talking about you and judging you, and they're probably not even thinking about you whatsoever. We all do this. I'm bad about doing this. I used to hear this all the time from people that would go to the gym. They would always think that everybody else in the gym is judging me because I'm overweight. I don't know what I'm doing and I'm on the treadmill, and then it would lead them to never going to the gym. But the thing is those people in there are probably thinking the same thing about you, and none of it is true. They're thinking about themselves. They're thinking about what's going on in their life. They're not worried about you. So if you look at other people and they see them talking or whispering to each other, your thoughts start going into, oh my gosh, they're talking about me. Oh my gosh, they're telling me, saying I look fat. They're saying this, they're saying that. They're not probably even talking about you whatsoever. It's all in your head. And when you recognize that, you can shift it. Okay. And then here's the last one. It's the blame thoughts. Guys, you have to take ownership for yourself. You cannot live life always blaming others why you're not where you want to be. The blame thoughts, this is the victim mindset. Oh, why me? Why me? Oh my gosh, poor me, poor me, poor me. These are negative thoughts that you have to shift. Okay, oftentimes we're going to go through times in our life, or we're going to go through a hard part on your weight loss journey. You're going to go through a part that's going to suck and it's going to be really hard. But if you push through it, you'll eventually look back. It's hard to see it when you're in the moment. When you're in the storm, it's really hard to see it. But you can look back and see, you know what? Because I went through that, because it was harder, and I pushed through it, I'm stronger now because of it. That happened to me, for me, not to me. It happened for me. Okay? And that's a hard one to think about when you're in the moment. But again, challenging your thoughts will help you get rid of these type of negative thoughts. And how do you challenge that? This is what he says to do. This is the exercise. Again, journaling, writing them down. When you have negative thoughts and you start finding yourself in a place of doubting yourself, putting yourself in just all the negative thoughts and letting your thoughts control your day, control your mind, and control your mood, get out a piece of paper, Get a journal on your book. I'm sure there's apps for journals all over the place. Have a journal with you at all times, something, and start writing down your thoughts. Get them out of your head. First, it's a practice, and it's a powerful practice to write them down and get them out of your head. And then when you write down those thoughts, then you need to prove them to be wrong. You need to prove them not to, you need to prove them not to be true is what I'm trying to say here. And how do you do that? There's 5 questions that Dr. Amen recommends. So writing down these negative thoughts, and then you want to sit there and look at them and say, is that even true? I'm fat, I'm ugly, I never did this, I never did that, I'll never be where I want to be. Write that down. And is that even true? And then you're going to ask yourself again, is this absolutely true? And then you're going to realize, no, that's actually not true at all. I can be where I want to be. I am actually beautiful. I am an actual amazing person on the inside and the outside, actually. You need to love yourself where you're at in the moment. And then the third question that he asks you when you write down these negative thoughts, how do these thoughts make you feel? You have to recognize how these thoughts make you feel. If I'm starting to talk all this negativity about myself and blame and do all the things, how does that make you feel? It's going to make you feel sad, depressed, defeated. And then the next question is, who would I be without these thoughts? So if I didn't have all these negative thoughts about myself, who would I be? I would be a super amazing, confident person, rocking my business, rocking my health goals, rocking my bikini, no matter what size I am. Right? And then turn around your thought, flip it around, give it a nice 360. And then is the opposite of those thoughts actually more true? And you'll be surprised how many times you realize it is. So you guys, negative thoughts are everywhere all the time. We're faced with so many things in our negative surroundings. You have to, number one, start blocking all the negative surrounding things that cause the negative thoughts. And in order to do that, you have to be aware, where are they coming from? Is it scrolling social media? Because I hear that a lot. So I bring that up as the biggest example. Then you have to learn to get off social media. Take the apps off your phone if you have to. I know some women that have gone that extreme. They only get on it when they literally have to get on a laptop to actually do it, which not many of them want to do that. Okay, block the negativity, the things that trigger you. And the only way that you can do that is first you have to be aware where they're coming from. And then these negative thoughts, write them down, challenging them with these questions. I hope this video brought value to you today. If you're someone that's constantly in a negative place, you can change. You can start shifting these things, I promise. It's just having the right tools and maybe the accountability, the support to do it. I would connect with me on social media. My links are below. Follow me. We have a free Facebook group that full of women all over the world on different journeys that we provide a lot of training in on a regular basis. And then obviously we coach women individually as well too. So I'll see you again on the next episode, Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The next episodes will be here for you. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you got some value from it. Make sure you subscribe here to my channel so you don't miss a thing. You can also follow me and many other amazing women over on the Life Network for Women, and catch me on all my social media platforms at www.acfitmama.com, and I'll see you on the next video.